On November the 20th at the West End Cultural Center, the Winnipeg Jazz Orchestra performs the music of Getz Gilberto, an album that captured the imagination of the United States and catapulted Brazilian music to an international stage. To perform this music, we've got some great guest artists joining us, including the wonderful guitarist Emmanuel Bach, who joins me now. Thank you for taking some time to talk to me, Emmanuel. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah.
Excellent. So tell me, you were born in Brazil, came up to Winnipeg to finish your schooling. I'm curious to know about life in Brazil as a musician. What was that like?
Well, like for me, it came kind of happened naturally. Like that, I first started like as everyone starts anywhere in the world. Like I play guitar, so I liked some rock, metal music and that kind of thing, and start playing that music. And then I came around once I started getting more serious about music and studying more. I got to start working as a professional musician, playing like just some business gigs, and then you do some teaching. It's pretty similar to what is in here. Maybe the only main difference is like there's the gigs are way longer, and people in Brazil like to party a little bit more than in Canada.
That makes sense. I mean, it always seems to me like there's such an appreciation for music in Brazil. I mean, that's if you say people like to party and it's live music that keeps the party going, maybe that's the image that I have in my mind.
Yeah, it's different from Canada. I think Canadian audiences are great, like to listen, like they listen really careful, quietly and respectfully to music. And in Brazil, like yeah, people it's more like is everyone's eating, having a great time, and talking loud. Not every time people are really listening to the music. That's like a more, if you go to a theater gig, or like if it's a jazz club that specifically like has a night that you sometimes you have to ask for that. It's different.
Right. Okay.
Let's say that is different. Like
Okay.
culturally, the music has a different place in the Brazilian culture than in Canada, but they are both great audience their own way. It's
For
like,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's sort of part of the party ambiance more than maybe like sitting down in a concert setting to listen to the music, right? We're featuring you with the Winnipeg Jazz Orchestra on November the 20th, alongside Paul Balcain on tenor saxophone and Amber Epp, who will be singing. And we're really exploring the Getz Gilberto record that featured João Gilberto on guitar and vocals. Everything I've read about João Gilberto, it's almost with a reverence. People look at him as being, um, I don't know, the father of bossa nova music. So I want to ask you two-part question. Number one, is that true? And number two, where does João Gilberto rank in terms of important guitar players in your musical upbringing?
Well, that's a very interesting question, and that's one that I'm very passionate about. Um, Definitely, João Gilberto is very important to the bossa nova music as the commercial success of bossa nova music, right? And but the truth is that the music itself existed way before that label existed, even, right? So, and a great example of that, if you look at the song "Chega de Saudade," that's "No More Blues" is the English name.
Right?
It's considered to be the first recorded bossa nova ever, right? And but that song was recorded already before by Elisete Cardoso, and it wasn't considered bossa nova on that recording. It's the same tune. There's great like Laurindo de Almeida comes before João Gilberto, Bola Sete. There's a lot of like great Garoto, great Brazilian guitar players who kind of did a lot for that music for bossa nova and brought the jazz element and have like for me it's like the same music but it's not the same label. I think bossa nova comes with a political view in Brazil, like that the label existed at a point that Brazil was trying to export Brazilian culture abroad and to be seen as a developed country. After the movie Black Orpheus, that movie was a success. Was a movie by a French director that like did well and got prizes and recognition. So after that, people started like looking more at Brazilian music, and a producer saw an opportunity on that and put together like a showcase in the Carnegie Hall. Um,
Right.
and they had a connection with the Brazilian embassy at time, and they select a group of musicians. And this is the show that João Gilberto played, and then he went to the States, and that's like he stayed over after the show and made the connection with Stan Getz and got to record the album. But for me, like there's a lot of unrecognized people like in bossa nova music besides Gilberto. But I think yes, for the commercial success, like I think he's very important for the way people play guitar in bossa nova. Like I think yes, he's very important. Did him and Jobim created the music? No, that I'm gonna have to disagree with that part. There's a great book called Chega de Saudade. That's like by a Brazilian reporter. What's I can't. Oh my God, how I can forget the guy name? I have to.
That's not
I remember the one.
Castro, is it? Rui Castro, or
Yeah,
that's what it is? Okay.
yeah. There's a very good book that talks about the story of that music, and there's an English version for that book, and people can. I recommend reading that book because there's a lot of great stories, and there's a lot about João Gilberto personality on that book as well, because he was quite an eccentric musician as well.
You can get your tickets at winnipegjazzorchestra.com. The show is on Thursday night, November the 20th at the West End Cultural Center. We'll see you with Emmanuel and Paul Balcain and Amber Epp and the Winnipeg Jazz Orchestra for Getz, Gilberto, and the Bossa Nova craze that really struck the United States in the early 1960s. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you. My pleasure.